Good morning, everyone. I'm Sister Jenna, your host for our new America Meditating segment called Wise-ish. It's your power boost for the morning. It's for you to take your dose for your inner cure. Join us every day, Monday through Friday, from 8:30 a.m. to 8:45 ET. Don't forget, take your dose. See you soon. Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to your spiritual vaccine hour. Your time to settle yourself in, your time to get some renewal within the spirit, your time to percolate your gifts and your talents inside, your time to connect to God, your time to connect to humanity, your time to raise your vibrations, your time to take your dose for your cure. Amazing. Every day you've got to show up for you. If you take a day off, it's as if you've lost something. Imagine if 1 minute in the drama of life was equivalent to 1 year of living. Today, poor Sister Gita, she walks around the house, she goes, "What time is it? Is it 5 o'clock in the morning?" And then she'll be like, "What day is it?" And then we'll just tell her, "Sister Gita, join the boat. We don't even know what time or day it is anymore. We're just moving on. Don't worry about it." Welcome to a new universe. Welcome to a new planet. Welcome to the galaxy of the unlimited and the infinite. Because there's nothing other, we don't have a choice. We're learning something new. We're being gifted by the universe and by drama and by destiny, something new. And I think what it's offering us is a new state of mind, a new way of looking at ourselves, a new way of communicating, a new way of showing up in the world, a new way of thinking about the well-being of other people. 13th day of protesting is still going on in the United States of America. It's also impacted the rest of the world, from the UK to the what's that amazing Australia, to all these other countries. There are people who are saying, "I do believe that systemic changes need to occur. We can't keep ourselves in the same system of vibrational thinking, where it's hurting a particular group of society, making them feel so victimized that they never are able to walk with their heads high, without the consistent fear that either if you're pulled over or you're going to a store or you're just judged because of the color of your skin." So this is such a powerful time. It is an awakening. It is a reawakening. It is an opening up. It is a coming to your truth. It is I think it's trying to inspire and get everybody upward, up on a leveraging basis, that people can really come from a place that is spiritual. Now that's our wish. And I think why we're witnessing this particular period, you put half of the world on lockdown, and then you show them an image of a man putting a knee in the neck of a person, doesn't matter what he's done, but making a man die without any dignity and calling for his mother, who passed away a few years before, that they're thinking, look, we've been locked down for 2 months, over 2 months. What we're expecting is a better humanity. And instead, what they're starting to witness is the same humanity pre-corona. Of course you're going to get this uprising. Then you're going to bring cops out on the street, shooting you with rubber bullets, tear gassing their own people, their own citizens. What's going on, America? Where are you deep inside? What are you feeling? If you're an African American, tell me, what are you feeling? If you're Caucasian American, tell me what you're feeling. If you're an Indian American, tell me what you're feeling. If you're Chinese American, tell me what you're feeling. If you're a Middle Eastern American, tell me what you're feeling. Speak up, or forever hold your peace. Haven't we been in situations where someone has said and done something wrong, and we were so numbified, we were so afraid, we were so intimidated that we wouldn't speak up because we were afraid we were going to lose our job. We were afraid that money would come out of our coffer. We were afraid that the person would abuse us. We were afraid. Last night's discussion is how we make little things huge, all because of this fear factor. This energy of fear. Just fed over a long period of time in our personality, because we just have gone through the natural laws of nature. We've just left the spring of the soul. We've left the summer of the soul. We encountered the fall, the changing of the leaves, the changing of our personality, the fall of the soul. And now we're in the winter of the soul, where we're so brittle, so dry, so sensitive, so insensitive. But there's also the confluence, that period in between the winter and the spring, where the deep work is happening. And what's happening right now that you're witnessing in America is a confluence. Yes, I would love for the confluence to have deep spiritual understanding, deep spiritual silence, a deep introduction of God's presence everywhere, where it will touch the minds of those who are just ignorant. Just ignorant. And I don't even mean ignorant. They're just ignorant. And there's nothing you can do. Because if you've ever spoken to an ignorant person, you realize you've just wasted your time. You wasted your time, you wasted your energy, you wasted your power, and I bet you got peaceless too. You ever had a conversation with an ignorant, unique person? Haven't you met one of those? You know, today's conversation is all about the uniqueness of individuals and the way we're showing up in the world. And before coming on air, Santosh was just having a wonderful churning. And he was reminding me of a class that Daddy Janku, who passed away on March 27th, and our spiritual mentor, who left her body at 104, she had given the example of a hand, and how each hand has 5 fingers that cooperate with each other. But each finger has a different purpose. Interesting, right? You got the thumb. If the thumb is not there, it functions different. If the pinky's not there, you would function different. If this is not there, you'd function different. Each finger has a unique role to play, and they become a collective. And he also shared that one of the beautiful things about being unique and different is that sometimes it helps in creating solutions. He's a smart guy, isn't he? Because he was saying that what can happen is that even though the person is unique and different, like your 5 fingers, is that each one plays a specific, special part, and it helps you to understand and to overcome certain situations. What I think happens and what is happening is that sometimes we get into this lack of wise perspective. Like it's an interpretation that I think we've carried for far too long, where we feel that the person should be like me. You know, like we're so stuck on ourselves that we're like, why can't you just sit properly? Why can't you speak well? Why don't you just do it like this? You know, be more like this. Why? The person is unique. I've learned acceptance through the portal of my mother. Because she's so unique and so theatrical and so liberal and so open-minded and free-spirited, and I am nothing like that. I've had to learn to really accept this soul, because this soul is playing the role of my mother in this birth. And there can't be nothing wrong with that, right? That's got to be right, right? She's a good soul. She's just unique. And maybe to her, when she looks at me, she goes, where did I get this child from? She's unique. She's such a drag. She's so straight. She's so conservative. She doesn't really have fun. For all I know, she's like, I wish my daughter was a little bit on the wild side. I bet you do. Sometimes I'll think, oh gosh, it would be so nice if Sister Gita was just a little bit more tame. But she's not, and she's unique. And I have been, yesterday we went to the Meditation Museum in Tyson's to get some supplies and to do a little meditation, to water the plants. And there is a man there who does the construction, and they have rented one of the space next to the Meditation Museum, which I'm glad about, because they're such great landlords, great, great people, wonderful people, wonderful, wonderful people. And I was speaking to him because he was doing renovations of the other space next to the museum. And we had a nice conversation, and there was love, and there was respect, and, we talked about, the current issues, and, he was like, I don't know why people have to be complaining and fighting. He goes, I don't care who anybody is, I just love everyone. I like to hear when people say that, But get in front of them in the traffic, you'll see another sign of them, right? But anyway, that's another class. But he came around because Sister Gita was sitting in the van. And Sister Gita opened the door, and Barry saw Sister Gita, and the man's entire face lit up like 1,000 suns. And you know what Sister Gita said to Barry? You're so cute, you're so cute, you're so cute! And I just said to myself, only she, only Sister Gita. And that man just brightened up. And I was talking to him for like a good 15 minutes. I did not see him ignite with light like he did when he was talking to Sister Gita. Uniqueness, huh? There's something about being you at the core. And I wonder if I was to try it, I don't even know how to do it, but I wonder what it would be like, Santosh and Sister Gita and everybody else, if I just let it out. And I'm just saying, because today's conversation is about the unique you. And like Santosh was sharing really behind the camera today was, we're all born with our individual sanskaras. And that's what we learn in the Brahma Kumari's teachings. If you haven't participated in learning about the deep philosophy of the Brahma Kumaris, I deeply urge you. It has made me who I am today. And it has made so many people who they are today. But he was sharing, and I agree, that we're all born with our spiritual DNA, that you'd call it. We are born with what we call in Raj Yoga our innate sanskaras and acquired sanskaras. So there are innate sanskaras which are fundamentally universal and will always be in our personality. It will be either used tremendously or unused. And then you've got the acquired sanskars, the ego thinking, the fear of loss, the jealousy, the attachments, the competition, the envy, the revenge, the hate, the dislike, the desire to separate and divide people. Those are acquired qualities, and they're not universal, nor are they long-lasting. Even though they've been around for over 2,000 years, they can't last much longer. I remembered once talking to my friend, Michael Beckwith from Agape. And Michael and I were having a heart-to-heart chit-chat, and I said, Michael, we have the king of evil existing in the world. Where is the king of virtues and vices? Where's that person that's going to rise up and show the power of their purity and their peace and their love? And Michael said something that I'll always remember, and I'm remembering it a lot today. Michael said, because it's everyone who has to rise up. That will be the king. And I thought that was very powerful. And it's very true. And we're witnessing that today in the world. Everyone is rising up. To be silent is to be complicit, but also to kind of feed a level of fear in you that you don't want anyone to know that you are a fearful person. So, when it comes on to being a unique character, a unique personality, it is important that we accept that every single one of us will be different. When a mother and a father bears a child and has maybe 2 or 3 or 4 children in the household, none of those children are identically the same. As Sandra said earlier, your fingerprints will never match another person. So what's wrong with being different? And so many of us have consistently been molded to be a particular form, to match a particular form and theme, like what we think the world wants, what your family wants, what your government wants, what your religion wants, what your organization wants, what your company wants. You know, there were issues about men going to work in their 3-piece suit with the dreadlocks, and they were being asked to cut their dreadlocks. There were issues with kids going to school or doing wrestling with the dreadlocks, and the coach would tell them, cut off your dreadlocks. Why? So he could be normal? So he could fit in? Whatever happened to these days of creative expression? To be able to come from a very, very deep place within you, which is authentically yours, which God the director has got his eye on and says, this is exactly the way I need you. Do not look at any of the other actors. Do not compare yourself with any of the actors. Do not want to be any of the actors. You can be inspired. You can pick up a virtue or two, but don't you ever forget, I can see you. I can see that uniqueness in you, that special quality in you, that if you allow me, God, the energy of light, to direct your life and to fill that quality with my light, you will be one of the many that the world is waiting for. Let's have some sweet, deep meditation. Let's go deep inside. Let's look for change. Let's look for the ways of just being. Who are you? What is your unique contribution to the world, to your family, to your city? What's unique about you? Is there anything you're ready to change? Enjoy this meditation for tonight.
I focus my thoughts, and with the eye of my mind, I look deep within my inner self. I connect with the feelings of my own natural and positive qualities. A warm feeling of calmness and peace emerges from deep within myself and fills my consciousness with feelings of contentment and tranquility. All other images fall away from my mind. Thoughts of my daily concerns and the activities of my body all drift away. I let them go. As I let them go, I become free. My mind is light, lost in the feelings of my own eternal qualities. I am the form of peace, in harmony with myself and in harmony with life. I feel the light energy that is me, generating vibrations of peace and harmony. I feel a deep acceptance of life, and I observe my destiny pulling me ever onward. I see a path of light stretching out in front of me. A pathway of light. I contemplate this pathway. I have no fear. I only feel at peace with myself. As I walk hand in hand with my destiny, my nature and my inner being feel steady. My thoughts hold these feelings of stability and confidence within myself. I am a beam of light that gently caresses the rough edges of life and flows over and around them. I'm free to be me. I know I have the strength and power to delve into life's deepest secrets and then to emerge with understanding and beauty, radiating peace. Filled with feelings of lightness and freedom, I begin my journey down the pathway of light. I am not alone. With each step, I feel safe, protected, and guided. A supreme energy source of light from beyond the universe is sending me waves of peace and love. It's as if I'm in the company of a true friend. A friend who is always there. A friend who is reliable, trustworthy, and caring. I feel vibrations from the supreme energy source surrounding me with waves of peace and love, and I absorb these within myself. I feel totally at peace with myself, and love emerges from my heart. love and acceptance for myself and for my destiny. My love travels outwards and touches the supreme divine energy of God. It is a union of love, a meeting of hearts. I'm surrounded by light, immersed in an ocean of peace, an ocean of love. I'm free from the chains of my worldly life. Waves of joy caress my own inner being of light. My pathway of light has now taken me far beyond the pull of the world, outward to merge within the supreme light of silence and peace. I am loved and accepted by this supreme being of light. This is bringing clarity within my inner being, washing away all that is old and unnecessary within me. Washing away all the old and unnecessary. I begin to sparkle and shine like a jewel. I become the form of peace and joy, and I radiate these qualities out from the depth of my being. I am peaceful. I am content. I am free. I am me. My eye of understanding opens, and I experience the truth that lies deep within myself. I am at peace with myself and the part that I play on the stage of the world. I am unique. I am worthy to achieve whatever destination I place in front of myself. I have the wisdom and intuitive knowledge to answer all my own questions about myself, about God, about the meaning of life. My own truth, peace, and acceptance are lighting up inside me like an inner glow, an imperishable inner light that will never dim. Life may change, my role, my form, my body may change, but my inner light always travels steadily on to new experiences, new opportunities, new growth, and new life. I let the past go, and I watch it drift away. I look ahead down the path of light to my destiny and beyond, and I feel released. I can go forward. I am protected, and I have no fear. I accept myself, and the love of the highest source of divine energy and light is guiding me with beams of love and protection. I accept this guidance. I accept this light. I'm surrounded by joy, peace, and love. I surrender. I'm free. I'm me. I have journeyed far into the depth of my inner being. My search for the truth has led me both inward to myself and outward, far beyond myself. Both merge in the totality of truth itself. Now, it's time to bring my thoughts back to the room in which I'm sitting, back to my bodily form, my name. Yet even as I sit here, truth and peace still shine through my eyes and my face. I am glowing with love and contentment. I'm still free.
Life, in a way, really feels like it should feel like this, right? Calm, reflective, open for change, having a deep connection to the divine. And in a way that makes you unique in these times. Because if you watch the headlines and if you keep reading into what's going on around the world, you almost can feel like an anomaly, that you're just different. And being different is a good thing, because what you do is that you open up new pathways for the world. Einstein was different. Mahatma Gandhi was different. Martin Luther King was different. Rosa Parks did something different. Rabindranath Tagore was different. Difference is a good thing. But in the world of now, maybe not right now, but previous to now, it almost felt like if you were your unique self, that you were compelled to express who you think you were. There are certain energies or folks that would say you're not in our group. You don't belong with us because you don't move like us. Have you ever been in that position where you aren't like everyone else and you know it? And you've even tried it. You've tried to fit in, to not be unique, but to be like them. And you feel dishonest with yourself because you're looking more towards them to somehow tell you who you're supposed to be or to validate you when you should be looking to Source. And Source will always guide you. Source will guide you in being who you're supposed to be, which will be different. And Source will guide you to not only being different, but being confident in your difference without the weight of ego. When the ego comes into your uniqueness or your differenceness, it makes you heavy. It will make you aggressive. It'll make you arrogant, of course, because there's ego in it. And it will make you walk with a certain sense of superior or inferiority complex. And what makes you any different than anyone else in the world then? Because just about everybody else has these issues too, don't they? But imagine if you were to be so unique, that your eyes would sparkle with purity and a sweetness, and I'm just thinking of Daddy Janki, a happiness and innocence. That you would be so unique that your eyes sparkle with a sweetness, a happiness, a purity, a love, an understanding, a compassion. How many eyes have you met like that lately? So are you unique or are you just like everyone else? You know, and your whole presence would come with the introduction of God's love. Like, what would make you so unique in these times is to bring the presence of God's love with you. And in order to do that, you would need a consistent connection and relationship to allow the influence of that vibration to flow with you. You need to be influenced by it to start to think about it, talk about it, receive it. Remember when we were kids, our parents used to say, you are the company that you keep. And they always say that you are going to be colored by that company that you keep. So what if the company that you keep starts in your mind? And you're so unique in this drama of life that you keep the company of God, the divine. What would your eyes be like? What would your vibrations be like? What would your thoughts be like? What would your choices be like? What would your relationships be like? What would change in you? What would change in you if you showed up in the world just so unique? So unique, like a really unique version of you. I think it'd be a beautiful world, don't you think? All right, let's get to one of our favorite sections of the night. Any questions or any thoughts? Daniela Vargas, ¿cómo estás? Welcome, bienvenido. Hi, Sister Jenna. How to manage energy so that it can heal autoimmune diseases. It's difficult to accept yourself when you have pain and feel tired all the time. Daniel, I agree. Diseases emerge sometimes because of really old karmic accounts of the past. And what I've learned and what I'm understanding, and even myself, I'm going through something. What I'm learning is to try to tap into where the source of my pain is coming from, not on a physical level, but on an emotional level. Is there any bitterness, envy, anger, hate, lack of love anywhere inside of my personality? And can I heal myself with such a deep, intense fragrance of love? And I don't mean puppy love either. And so from what I've heard, where immune diseases are concerned, where it has to do with breath, it has to do with the lungs, they said something, I'd seen something here. Let me see if I can find it, Daniela. There was an image that showed the body, the entire body, that was sent to me, and it showed the different ways in how the body responded to certain health issues. Hold on, I think I might be getting closer to it. And I actually kept that image because I thought it was quite interesting. But with autoimmune disease, I had heard that sometimes it gets really deepened if we've been holding on to a lot of bitter feelings, and that's from the past. And many of us aren't aware of what we've done in the past. So we're now dealing with the consequence of some of our issues through health, through finance, through the way of our relationships. I'm not finding it right now, Danielle, but when I do, feel free to email us at meditationmuseum@gmail.com, and I'll send it to you because it was so revealing. I had to tell you, I thought it was really profound and provocative and quite revealing. So just send us an email and I'll send it to you. But with autoimmune disease and every other disease, I go back to love. I just go back to love. I don't know anything else that can heal you or me but love. It is that powerful, and when you think of the energy of love, it changes everything. I was talking to somebody today, and I asked her, if you were completely loving, how would you look at the situation? And she had a completely different interpretation than when she looked at it without love. And I think with even our diseases, when they emerge and they show up, especially at times when you don't need them, you look at it with love and you ask yourself, now how do you want me to deal with you? How do you need me to relate to you? And that will respond. It will respond to you wanting to talk to it with that level of empathy. And I don't mean, you go to God and you go, heal me, heal me, heal me, because if God healed you, he would have to heal 8 billion people on the planet. So you would have to play a role in your healing process too. So ask love. What love, what does this illness want from me? And how can I feed it the love that it needs? And see what happens. Keep me posted on that, because I'm also sorting out something too for myself. So Patricia Kennedy, nice to have you. Laura Rios, you have no fear. Good. No more fear. This ugly, dark, boring energy. Fear after a while becomes so boring. Like, it's such a boring vibe. Right. Okay, Miracle Mary, I went so deep into that meditation. You care for the wisdom. Thank you. Marissa, Louise Hayes has a book on disease. Is it Louise Hayes' book on disease? Yeah, there's a book by Louise Hayes on healing. Yes, yes. It's actually a very good book. So Dr. Kirit Parcel says autoimmune diseases downstairs because of stress-induced chemicals. So he says to check that out. So we have to be careful of all these things we put in our bodies as well. All right. Any more questions anyone has? Hi, Nicole. Hi, Denise Withers. It is difficult when you are the only one in your household on this journey of meditation. And here's how love and the unique you would respond. Oh my gosh, how exciting for me to be the only one in this household meditating. It's sort of like how I've told you, because I just knew my mother was different than all the other mothers that I used to see with my friends and kids. It's just weird. I don't know if it was a blessing on my head, but I didn't want her to be anything else. It was like, that's just the way she is. She is different. She was very unique. And the way that we turn things around, again, just like if you have a disease, you have to use that love in it. Like, wow, I'm the only one in this house bringing light. This is amazing. It's sort of like many of us in the awakened community are feeling absolutely like, whoa, I can't believe we're alive and awake during such a time of great transition. So it's like, wow, you know? So in the same way, if you're the only one in the house meditating, wow, this is great. All right, Denise? All right. Hi, Oi, nice to have you on. Hi, Bimla, Om Shanti. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Ede, Queen Rising. Blessed Life. Suzanne, nice to have you back. Good evening. And Mukta, and Aditi, and Ranju, and Hina. Kailash, Asmita, Shobha Ben. Hi, Etta, nice to have you from Hollywood, Florida. Lovely to have you. My dear late mother was afraid of her kids being unique and would ask us, why can't you be normal? I found a greeting card to share with my brother. Normal is a setting on a washing machine cycle. Amen. Who wants to be normal? Great chat. Want to watch it again. So much made sense. Need to remember. Thanks, Marissa. Glad that you can enjoy the program. M&M's. How to stop laziness. How to stop laziness. Let me give that a thought. Usually when a person is lazy, there might be a few factors. There could be too many desires just going on, so it just keeps you where you are. So you keep thinking, you keep overthinking, you want to do this, you want that, you should be that. And then it just exhausts you, so you don't even have any more strength to do anything. So check the desires, because the desires will interfere in opportunities that might be right in front of you, and your ability to actually use your strengths to make things happen. That's one thing. Another laziness, of course, it's connected to desires, but waste thoughts. That you have, you're not focused in your thinking. So as a result of not being focused with your thinking, those waste thoughts take you off into another tangent. And before you know it, you really can't do what you're called to do. Laziness could be also environment. If your environment isn't put together and if it's not clean, it can promote laziness. Because laziness is slothfulness. Like, I don't have a vision. I'm not inspired. I don't care enough. So check those things. And the last aspect of laziness could be where some really deep work needs to be done. It's some deep, deep wounds of past lives. And they're very, very present now. And they're not making you kind of feeling like inspired to really be motivated to get going. So again, what's the cure? Meditation. What's the cure? Deep meditation. What's the cure? Meditation. What's the cure? Meditation. Meditation that has spiritual knowledge, consistency, a strong community that can really give you the support you need to go deeper and not make you feel like you're alone. Okay, Eminem? All right. Okay, that's good. All right, we did great. Time is coming to our closure. Any questions on Facebook? Anyone has any thoughts they'd like to share? Hi, Diamond. Hey, Diamond. Nice to have you, Diamond. Good to have you, Diamond. All right, anybody wants to share any last-minute thoughts before we close off with the last meditation? Anything on your mind? Anything in your heart? Anything in the soul? All right. Let's come to a close to our spiritual vaccine. Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday meditation, so join us for lots of meditation practices. And Peggy of the BridgetCenter.org in Wisconsin joins all of you in this peaceful state. Peggy Kober, how beautiful to have you from the beautiful state of Wisconsin. Hello, my sweet sister. Glad to have you. Greetings of love and peace your way. All right, Santosh, what have you got for us as our closing meditation tonight? Darlene Foster, always a treat to have your supporting energy. Lyndia Grant, thanks for joining. Kelly Jean McGrain, how do you feel about biofeedback therapy? Any kind of an alternative therapy that can help to move your system out of whatever that blocked energy is? I'm a big supporter. But also you still need the support of contemporary medicine, or or what your doctors and scientists have come up with. You need that because the scientists wouldn't have invented what they did if it didn't work, right? It's just that sometimes we find that some of the medicines or treatments that we're being given, something gets lost in the self as well. And we would rather be cured without damage. So we're looking for alternative ways to how to keep the body healed and strong, and still, good enough to keep functioning. So we have work to do. And each of us just have to keep trying to do our very best. Some days it's going to be good. Some days it's going to be Some days it's going to be fantastic. Some days it's going to be good. It's the journey. The soul is on the journey towards reaching its final stage of absolute inner perfection or completion. All right. So happy Sunday. Thank you all for joining us today. The Meditation Museum, ran by the Brahma Kumaris, just loves having your presence and your time, and we've kept it simple. Not a lot of fanfare, not a lot of show. I know there are a lot of people and groups who can do all of that, but I don't know, that's not the time. The time is for us to really come from a more sincere, genuine, truthful place. And life will unfold beautifully. Have a lovely night. Take care, be safe, keep smiling, eat well, be love.
her fly free, cross the still of the dawn. And if peace were a mountain, we'd gather around her to bathe in her silence, her power, her call. If wisdom could sing or whisper his secrets, eternally teaching the ways of the free. In my mind I can see them, I hear them, and I feel them. For love, peace, and wisdom are all part of me. If love has her freedom and peace her expression, surely wisdom will grow like a flower in bloom. The seed has been planted and tended and watered by the prayers of the hopeful and the tears of the brave. We long to return to that place of still waters and sit on the banks under some shady tree. In my mind I can see it, I hear it, and I feel it. And love, peace, and wisdom are all that we need. Some call me a dreamer, some will call me a seeker, one who follows the stars on a quest for the truth. But every believer holds a deep hidden memory of a time when the earth was a flower in bloom. We long to return to that place of still waters and sit on the banks under the three.